Hi, Collective. I'm Ancient, and let's see what's coming in. Let's see here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Pentacles. There could be significant changes in the workspace for some of you. I'm also getting a promotion. Some of you could sign a contract, or there's something coming in here that is going to bring you a lot of fulfillment here with the Ten of Pentacles. For some of you, it could be a relationship, but I feel like there's abundance. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords. I don't know why I'm getting this. This could be for a small portion of you. There was an energy that, wow, somebody was plotting on you at work. They were plotting on you. I don't know if they were trying to investigate, or there was something malicious here. This could have been a boss or someone who has a history of terrorizing their staff. Anyway, there was a plan here. The plan didn't unfold. I don't know if you kind of picked up on it or something, but it's not going to work. This person lost. They didn't even get to initiate it. They perhaps tried. Maybe this is someone that tried to get people to complain on you, and not even your coworkers, like maybe customers or clients, whatever it is that you do for work, something like that. Two tens here, which represents completion. So that was a side story. And for some of you, you were trying to figure out this boss. And I think you started to get information from other people and realizing that this was a snake in the grass, that this person's a snake in the grass. And so you need to be careful. It's over. You're protected. And whatever this plan is or was is done. You passed the test. Um, you were strategic in how you handled it. For some of you, you could have Mars in the sixth house. And the reason why that is significant to have Mars in the sixth house is because the sixth house represents work. That's the house of Virgo. And if you have Mars, the planet of Aries, which represents wars and chaos, you could find yourself going from job to job to job in the past, or career, or maybe within the same building, and you seem to always have chaos at work or some sort of conflict. That's because you have Mars in the sixth house. Okay, for some of you. All right, let's move on. I'm also getting with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. With the Ten of Swords, someone is getting out of a relationship. Or I kind of giggled just a little bit because someone could be offering a relationship and they get turned down. This person could be offering this connection to you and you turn them down. You decide you don't want to be with them. Maybe you tell the person you just want to be friends. Someone could be getting friend zone. Okay, let's see. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles. The devil, see? Yeah, there was a snake in the grass in your workplace. There was a snake in the grass. This person tried to do damage control as well. So, for example, they could have randomly recognized you at a meeting. Just something's off about this. This person, continue to watch them, especially if they're still your manager, your boss. Keep all eyes open as it relates to this person. But you're most definitely protected. And I feel like in the end, something's going to happen. Ten of Swords. This person could eventually get fired. Most definitely, if they continue this behavior, because if they're doing it to you, they're most definitely doing it to someone else. And eventually it may turn into a major situation where everyone comes together and complain. Okay, so we have the tower. I mean, excuse me, I said the tower. So yeah, there's gonna be a tower moment. I don't have the tower here, but There's going to be a tower. Okay, so we have the devil here. That could have been that recognition or offer and it wasn't clean. I'm also getting the reason why some of you could say no to a relationship or a connection that's coming in. Maybe it's an engagement or someone's like, hey, let's try, let's be together. And this is the person that you could have wanted so badly. It's attached to the devil. You feel like it's a forbidden fruit. You feel like it's something that you shouldn't take. After you've been listening to messages and dive in deep and learning more about yourself and going through the healing process, you're beginning to see that I don't think I even want this from you. I think we're better off as friends. Yeah. Tell me about the 10 of Pentacles. The devil isn't representing fear for you. What it is that you have healed, you recognize the devil. And so you're making a smart judgment call as relates to this offer, and you're choosing not to take it. That's why the 10 of Swords is here. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be a King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Could be a Capricorn here next to the devil. Could be an earth sign who needs a lot of healing here. This individual is very toxic. And when I say toxic, they're unhealed, right? I don't want to use the term toxic as it's used in a very trendy way nowadays. They're toxic as it relates to they need healing. And they're going to have a hard time in any relationship moving forward, relationship with themselves, relationship with anyone, because of these fears, insecurities, and things that they have within them. This person could be a codependent as well, where they need to be in relationships. Tell me about the 10 of Swords. So yeah, it could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This person could be coming in with this love offer. Maybe they left someone for you, and then they're coming in with the Ace of Pentacles aggressively. This person is in love with you. They are obsessed with you. Judgment. Did I say you're going to make a judgment call? This is you making choices and decisions as it relates to this, and you're deciding not to take the forbidden fruit. Yeah. The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. You don't think this is good. You don't think this is right. You don't feel this is right with Judgment. Wow. I mean, and you just want a new beginning. And you're not doing this maliciously. You're not rejecting this person because you're trying to hurt their feelings. For some of you, you could dive deep and give this person an explanation if you can tell them and say, I just feel that you need time to heal. Now, whether or not that person takes your advice, that's up to them. But for some of you, you may explain why you're rejecting the offer because they may be confused. Like, wait a minute, this whole entire time you wanted me, but I was in a relationship. I was still dealing with my child's mother, my child's father. Now that I'm single, you don't want me. They're going to take it as that, but that's not the case. That's not what's going on. Yes, you did want them, but you also, as time went on, you begin to see that this is a connection that you don't want. Because it's tied to the devil, and you realize that no matter what you do, this person needs to heal. So it doesn't even matter if they come to you, they're still going to bring past dramas, they're going to bring those insecurities into the connection, and you'll end up in the 10 of Swords anyway. Tell me about Judgment. We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, judgment call, getting honest with yourself, being honest, being forthright. Remember, I stated that mastering the King and Queen of Swords is the hardest energy to master, but it is one of the most important energies to master in your life at a high vibration because it keeps you out of bad situations. So with Judgment and the Ace of Swords, this is you wielding the sword of truth, making the correct judgment call. This is deep. You're making the right judgment call, not only for yourself, but for this person. This is the right move. They may also go through a significant transformation when you tell them no. Wow. So the transformation of not having you, or maybe you not giving in to this, is what's going to ignite that transformation within them. And again, this is not about malicious intent or anything. I'm going to do a part 2 on my members only Patreon channel. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.